that allows you to pull off techniques and escape. If the person's on top of you and there's no space, that's you. When you're with an opponent, you don't want to create any space. You're just going to smush them. So that person's always going to be trying to create space using their hips, creating space. Sometimes you only use one foot. And you push out, right? This foot. And I hook this way, and I'm turning, and if he goes the other way, I get the hook, because I'm using my hooks here. Don't waste us that. You clear and pass. I go back, I clear and pass. I go back. Put it right on his tummy. Right here. It's my base. I'm not off balance, I'm down. So hand under his neck and here. Or I can be over like this. This is side control. I switch to here, to where I've got this knee against this switch, or I bring this across this way. Like I'm squeezing his guts, you know what I'm saying? Pressing, no space. Right?
Watch your station here.
Let go of his hand. Turn it towards him, turn it in. Keep turning. Turn.
He's laughing. He must not be able to.
Pushing, trying to get back down to here. Yeah. So you keep your arms in, and then it's hard to get out of this position, but there's a couple ways to do it. Well, there's a lot of ways. So again, it's about a hip escape. I put my hand on the knee, and I push it down as I turn on my side, and I try to bring this through, and I sprawl. So I'm really cranking these up, yeah? And I'm flying. That's called a grapevine. Okay, so now, when you put on a costume, like the greatest example of this is in The Wizard of Oz, when the wizard is behind the curtain, right? And he looks like a big and powerful guy, but, you know, Toto pulls across the curtain, and there's this little guy, you know, and he's just a normal person. That's very similar to the way people, like guys that you and I know, not us, of course, because you're sitting up straight, you're paying attention, is people put on a guise. And a guise is spelled G-U-I-S-E, guise. It means a disguise. And a guise is when you put on a big show, because really inside you're afraid, but you put on a big tough show because you're trying to hide the fact that you're you're insecure, you're afraid. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And so some people take it to the umpteenth level, like they hyper masculinize. You know, they become so manly, you know, whatever that image is, that they've got a huge guise up. When inside, they're probably just afraid like anybody else. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So there's a movie you can find online for free. It's called Tough Guys, because that's what creates violence. That's what creates opposition between you and me. I've got my disguise on, you've got your disguise, and our disguises end up fighting. When inside, we really don't want to fight. You kind of hold on to each other. When I say go, you get to go. Are you ready? There you go. Breathe now, guys. Breathe.
Good. Well done. Nice, nice.
Wrap this arm. You sit up and you turn. That's how you turn them over, see? So if I'm I'll need something. You're trying to get off the floor. Oh, you're smart.
Good job, good job.
What do you do under pressure? Okay. When you're pressured, what do you do? Okay, it's not just for the mat. It's in any situation. What do you do when you're under pressure? What do you do when you're under pressure? Okay, ready, go!
You got him, you got him.
He's fighting. You say thank you, give him a hug, go back on the wall. On your own, go! Yeah. So you got to take it out of the dojo and put it to work in the world. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you're not learning martial arts. And martial arts is going to be something that's supposed to serve you outside of the ring. Of course it's about fighting. It's about more than fighting, because life is more than about fighting. Fighting might be a part of life. Like you fight old age, you fight not eating that last piece of cake, you fight whatever. But there's so many more things to focus on. So if you can make your martial arts work for you in other areas, now you start to learn something, and that learning something is like wisdom.